Mr. Georgie Thornton received a call one early morn. They found a rotting sperm whale beached on the seaside town of Florence. It was long as a bus and 8 short tons of blubber in decay. And Georgie Thornton scratched his head, boy, how do we haul it away? How do we haul it away? He called the district engineer, a feller named Al Allen. But Dale had gone out hunting bucks, so Georgie took the helm. The protocol was simple enough, just bury the carcass in sand. But what do you tell the tourists when they come to the hump in the land? Come to the hump at the land. And as the seagulls circled high and the crowd gathered in wait, Georgie cried, "Of course, why not? The whale will detonate. We'll use the quarry's dynamite," and so it arrived post-haste. In spite of the warnings that it was too much, he strapped on 20 a case. We'll blow her to Heaven's Gate. We counted down and covered our ears, and then we turned to George. He hit the switch with a flick of his wrist in the stillness of the morn. The explosion threw the whale flesh well over 800 feet away. The blubber rained down upon the town in chunks of white and gray. Chunks of white and gray. It covered the town and the old schoolhouse with bits of skin and grizzle. It covered the church where we go to pray with blubber all over the steeple. It covered the diner and the laundromat with bits of blood and bone. It covered the old Ben Franklin with a wash of rancid foam. A wash of rancid foam. It covered the sun as sand and dust then settled down over the town. It crushed a brand new Oldsmobile that was painted silver and brown. Soon the town was buzzing with the Portland Evening News. Georgie Thornton backed away with blubber on his shoes. Blubber all over his shoes. He stood his ground with the register guard. He stood his ground so well. He blamed the TV and the newsmen for blowing it all to hell. He said it went just exactly right, and he seemed so sure of himself. They promoted Georgie to the Medford office, and we bid him fare thee well. We bid him fare thee well. Now a reeking memory lingers on our little town of Florence as we reflect upon the whale and good old Georgie Thornton, when in our shock we stood amidst the rubble and debris. Now at least we know what not to do when a whale washes up from the sea.